Welcome back, everybody. I'm Phil. That's the beautiful Samantha.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
We are Bars and Barbells, and we've been getting into a little more UK-based content and travel-based tourism-based content.
It's been so fun, and my bucket list is growing.
It is. I think the last one that we checked out was not from the UK. It was from Germany.
Gorgeous.
And it was so fantastic. I mean, seeing what Germany looks like was really eye-opening for me.
Me too. I was blown out of the water. I had no idea that's what that country looked like.
But now we're coming back to the UK again. We're doing the top 10 castles, and this is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited to check this out. Who doesn't like looking at castles?
All my fairy tale dreams are going to come true.
Yeah, well, she is an avid reader, let me tell you guys. How many books have you read this year so far, Samantha?
27.
27 books, guys.
It's what, mid-April?
In a couple of months, yeah. So anyways, probably many more by the time we release this one. And we're going to find out about these magical castles so Sam can, that's actually why I picked this, so that she can just have more of an imagination for her books. So you guys can add any insights down below to these castles that we're going to check out or any other ones that maybe aren't on this list. You ready, Sam?
I am. Let's do it.
Let's go.
While the exact number of castles in England is a matter for debate, there's little doubt that there are a lot of them. While some estimates place the total inventory of existing English castles as high as 1,500,
What?
either in ruins or largely intact, still others quote figures
Wow.
many times this number.
That's great.
In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 castles in England. And just wait till you see
Top-rated.
the top 3 that we're going to be showing in this video. Something you would never even have thought of, so make sure you watch till the end.
Cliffhanger.
Now, before we begin, you can help support our channel by becoming a member of this channel. Press the join button below. This will help us to bring you more awesome travel videos. So now, let's cut to the chase. At 10, Rochester Castle, Kent. Exploring the Kentish town of Rochester makes for a fun and easy day trip from London. Just steps away from the train station, you'll find yourself immersed in a pedestrian-friendly downtown area once popular with famed English author Charles Dickens, who wrote some of his best-known works here.
Interesting.
When you're done exploring the many old buildings and attractions on Rochester High Street, take the short walk up Bowley Hill to Rochester Castle. Though now largely ruins, much of this imposing 12th century castle can be explored either as part of a guided or self-guided tour. If travelling with kids, try to
Look at
time
that.
your visit to coincide with regular events
That's a
and
real
festivals held
castle.
here, such as popular medieval fairs. Directly opposite the castle stands Rochester Cathedral, built in 1127.
Wow.
Some of the original features
Over
still
1,000
remain,
years,
including
almost
the
1,000
impressive
years old.
Great West Door.
Wow.
At 9, Arendel Castle, West Sussex. Over in West Sussex,
at
and only
that.
a short drive from the charming cathedral city of Chichester, Arendel Castle was built in the
What?
late 11th century. Though remodelled and restored many times
Okay.
since, much of its medieval era influences remain, and it remains an imposing sight from miles away as you arrive.
That's
So
crazy.
beautiful.
Highlights of a visit include guided tours of the
Wow.
castle's well-preserved interior, which features collections of period furniture, historic tapestries, and a number of important artworks.
That's insane.
There's even a unique collection of artifacts that once belonged to Mary Queen of Scots. Be sure to allocate time to explore the castle's grounds. In addition to immaculate flower beds and vegetable gardens, here you'll also be able to visit the castle's historic chapel. A cafe, restaurant, and gift shop are located on the premises.
That's history right there.
So beautiful.
At 8, Bodium Castle, East
It
Sussex.
has a moat.
Set in the pretty countryside of East Sussex, 14th century Bodium Castle is undoubtedly one of the most romantic of England's many remaining castles. Though its interior is partly in ruins, this moated fortress dominates the surrounding countryside with its imposing towers and sturdy walls, much of which can be explored and climbed, opening up incredible views over the surrounding River Rother countryside.
Wow.
There's plenty of
Look
fun
at
things
that.
for kids to do on site, including participating in hands-on learning activities, dressing up in period costumes, and participating in authentic medieval period games. The castle's visitor centre offers a variety of snacks and beverages, including a tasty cream
snacks
tea
and
option.
beverages.
Yum.
Yum.
When you're done, be sure to stop in at Ewhurst.
That's pretty crazy, though, that moat that they had there.
Yeah, I
right?
guess
Like,
you didn't hear how excited I got about that.
I did not. Why were you so excited?
Because it has a moat.
Why is that exciting?
Because like most like real life castles that I've seen don't have an actual moat.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it was for defense purposes, right?
Yeah.
And which is really, really cool to see that at that time. That was their defense mechanism, was the castle itself, which is like this structure that is impenetrable. And then on top of that, you have extra layer of security and that you cannot get by
Because
this
it's
giant
surrounded
moat.
by water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's really, really cool. I mean, you know, it's like obviously probably a pain in the ass to get out of there at the same time. But
I think also in like certain parts of the world, they used to have like they would put certain types of animals, like water animals in there too. So like alligators and crocodiles and stuff. So they can't you can't get across because they're going to bite you.
all right. Well, let's see what else. That was definitely fairy tale-esque. We'll put it that
So
way.
far, that's my favorite one.
Green tea option.
It's cool.
Yum. When you're done, be sure to stop in at Ewhurst Green, home to one of the prettiest churches in southeast England. And if you're planning on making a day of it, consider taking the fun steam train ride from nearby
Steam
Tenterton.
train.
The Kent and East Sussex Railway extends all the way from this beautiful Kentish town to Bodium train station and makes for a fun day out for the whole family, with Bodium Castle just a short walk away.
It's cool.
Next up, it's number 7, Olwick Castle, Northumberland. The official seat of the Duke of Northumberland and the country's second largest still inhabited castle after Windsor, Olwick Castle was built in the 11th century and makes for an easy day trip from the English city of Newcastle upon Tyne, 45 minutes drive to
Jeez.
the south. Though much has changed over the centuries, it remains every inch as imposing a structure today. In addition to exploring the beautiful grounds and gardens, visitors can enjoy a variety of fun things to do here. As well as guided tours of the castle's plush interiors,
Look at that.
visitors can access a variety of interesting exhibits relating to its long, rich history, as well as displays of artifacts collected by the family,
Wow.
including relics from ancient Rome and Egypt, as well as local events. Movie fans will recognise the castle for its role in the Harry Potter movies and TV shows, including Downton Abbey.
She's a big fan, guys.
I love Harry Potter.
Now at 6, Leeds Castle, Broomfield, Kent. Widely regarded as one of the prettiest and best preserved castles in England, Leeds Castle is definitely one of the best places to visit in Kent. Built on the site of an even older castle around 1280, its large moat and rural setting lend it a remarkably romantic look from pretty much any angle.
Wow.
In addition to tours of the castle's elegant interiors, guests can enjoy a variety of fun activities, including medieval fairs and crafts shows, jousting tournaments, and a land train, as well as adventures such as ziplining and Segway tours.
Nice.
Leeds Castle has also made a name for itself as a classical music venue, with its famous outdoor concert held each summer, drawing huge crowds of music lovers.
That's cool.
At 5, Highclair Castle, Newbury, Hampshire.
Look at that.
While
That looks
more
cool.
a country manor than fortress, Highclair Castle is nevertheless a must-see when in Hampshire. Located an easy drive from the cathedral city of Winchester and widely regarded as one of the top day trips from London, Highclere is well known the world over for its role as the fictional Downton Abbey. This opulent manor home's real history, however, is equally as rich and interesting.
Look at that
In the
door.
hands of the same family since 1679, it
Wow.
may appear recognisable to many, as it was designed by the same architect responsible for London's Houses of Parliament. In addition to viewing its immaculately preserved decor and furnishings, visitors will want to allocate time to explore the grounds of this 1,000-acre estate. A variety of unique experiences can also be enjoyed here, from private guided tours to elegant meals served in the opulent dining room.
Wow, beautiful.
This just makes you realize how basic everything is today.
I know.
It was so intricate. Like even, I mean, obviously it's dated in terms of some of the colors and stuff like that, but like the interior design of it, like all the artwork that's up there
Yeah,
and
very
the
plush.
lavish tables and the walls and everything. It's insane. Like there's so much effort that goes into this. It just blows my mind that these structures look like this. And then, you know, I look around today and it's like
Very
just a
like modern,
straight
simplistic,
concrete.
minimalistic. Yeah.
And I mean, I got to admit, even myself, like, you know, when I'm decorating my own place, I don't like a lot of stuff. But like, it's mostly because, I don't know, I just don't feel like it adds any value to it, like culturally. You know what I'm saying? Like with this stuff, it's there because it represents something that's important to your culture or to who you are, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably why a lot of people who are like collectors, like historical art collectors and stuff like that, probably love to put a lot of that stuff as their decor because it actually has like cultural significance.
So basically, you just have to get rich and then start collecting art. That's the goal.
And now at 4, Warwick Castle, Warwickshire. Those looking for a fun day out with kids who have an interest in the old days of knights and princesses would do well to include a visit to Warwick Castle on their England travel itinerary. Dating back to the time of William the Conqueror, this 11th century castle is a picture-perfect embodiment of a traditional English castle, complete with imposing battlements, towers, and on most days during the busier months, heavily armoured knights and other characters from this time in history.
Cool.
Highlights of a visit include fun interactions with guides in period costumes, hands-on learning experiences, as well as jousting tournaments, dressing up, and even enjoying overnight glamping stays. Other highlights include an original dungeon, a working trebuchet, and a fun maze. You may also want to use your visit to the castle as an opportunity to explore other fun things to do in Warwick, many of which are within an easy walk.
That's cool.
Now at 3, Tower of London, City of London. Instantly recognisable, the Tower of London is one of the most visited castles in England. Yes, it is a castle. Located on the northern bank of the River Thames, just a stone's throw from Tower Bridge, this iconic old fortress includes sections dating over 1,000 years of age. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it has served as everything from a palace, a prison, the nation's treasury, and even a spell as a royal zoo.
Wow.
These days, this top London attraction offers plenty of unique experiences, well suited to young and old alike. Topping most tourist itineraries is taking a tour of the central White Tower, with its impressive displays of old armour and weaponry, the former royal apartments, as well as the magnificent crown jewels.
I need those.
At 2, Dover Castle, Kent. Standing
Dover.
majestically above the Kentish port town after which it's named, Dover Castle has been a symbol of British strength and resilience ever since it was built in the late 12th century. But
Hard to
even
get
some
to that.
1,000 years before that, the same site was used by the Romans for a lighthouse, the remains of which can still be seen today. Immaculately preserved, a visit to the castle is one of the top things to do in Kent and can easily take the best part of a day if you plan on seeing everything. Highlights include historic artifacts and furniture, displays relating to its use in World War II, over 80 acres of grounds to explore, and those spectacular views over the English Channel towards France.
Oh, wow.
Guided tours are available.
Numero
And at
uno.
1, it's Windsor Castle, Berkshire. The jewel in the crown of English castles, Windsor Castle is a must-visit destination.
That's insane.
Huge.
The world's oldest still inhabited royal residence, this spectacular building can trace its roots all the way back to
Look
the
at that.
11th century, when William the Conqueror chose it as the location of a castle.
That's elite.
Since then, it has housed many kings and queens, and in modern times serves as a summer residence of the British royal family. Visitors to the castle can access a variety of interesting areas. Topping most people's
Jeez.
lists are the sumptuous state apartments, home to the spectacular Queen's Gallery and the dining hall,
They're
with their
rich,
ornate wood
rich.
carvings and lavishly painted ceilings.
Wow.
You can also take a look at St George's Chapel, the scene of royal memorial services and weddings. Be sure to also allocate time to explore the castle grounds. Known as the Great Park, this lovely green space stretches for 6 miles on the south side of the castle. Guided tours of the castle and its courtyards are available. And there you have the top 10 rated castles in England. Did you like what you saw? Let us know in the comments down below. Check out more videos on England in our English travel guide playlist. Share this video with your
So, Sam, and to answer the question, did you enjoy the castles?
I did. I've actually been to one of these.
Which one?
It's really cool. Tower of London,
Tower of London?
number 3. Just a really cool
That was
experience.
where the crown jewels were?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I heard you say you need those. I was like, I've seen those. Very, very crazy in person to see that. You're like, holy crap.
Does
I had
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I had a period of time where I was like obsessed with Anne Boleyn and like Henry VIII and that whole time period. So that's why I wanted to go there.
Yeah. Did the video do it justice? Like with being there, is it something that you just can't explain or capture on video like this?
I mean, it's definitely like, a different experience, like if anything, right? Being like a camera never really captures like the full experience, I would say. But it was a little bit weird because like when they were doing almost like the walking point of view through it, I was almost like feeling almost like deja vu, like nostalgic. It's like, I've seen that. I've seen that. You know what I mean?
I think the thing that for me that's so interesting about that, and when I envision going to it, is just that fact that you stand there and you can be like, wow, like there are so many legendary people that came through here, and this has
exactly where
been
I'm
here
standing.
for 1,000 years, and just so many spirits have gone through there. Not to get woohoo or anything like that, but it's just got so much history attached to it, right? There's so much DNA attached to it culturally, and that always interests me. Whether it's something from England or elsewhere in the world, where something is steeped in history, I feel like it has a different feeling in the room.
Yeah, I think for me, like Tower of London, obviously he even said like, yes, it is a castle, because I think it doesn't look like a traditional castle, that a lot of people don't count that as a castle. So for me, like when I think of a castle, I think more of some of the ones that we saw that were like big and intricate with like the moat, or they have these like big towers and fortress. So, I was like, oh, I didn't even know they would have considered that a castle. But
It's really go ahead.
I was just say, I think it'd be really cool to go to some of these like bigger ones that are more of like a traditional castle.
It's really crazy the fact that there's like 1,500 of them alone, and then it's even crazier that these castles, like I said, are 1,000 years old. It's to preserve things that long. I think I've said this before when we've done some UK videos. It just shows how much they value their history, and that they've made the effort to upkeep and restore these aspects, and you can't find that in a lot of places around the world.
I mean, like with Windsor Castle, number one, like people still live there, right?
Yeah.
Like it's also funny, like this beautiful giant castle, and they're like, oh yeah, just their summer house. Like,
You're doing all right if that's the case.
and I
right?
guess Buckingham Palace isn't a castle because that wasn't on the list.
No, I think that's like an actual residence. Right?
True.
But anyways, I'm not an
that's
expert
cool.
on the UK, so you guys can add insights. I enjoyed this video.
Me too.
And we've got more to do, I'm sure, when it comes to checking out top 10s. So drop a top 10 that you want to recommend down below in the comment section for us to check out and introduce to the channel and our community, which is fantastic. So if you're new here, you should get on this wagon, hit
Come
that
join us.
subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button before you go. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.